Next, after that, we have called display hyphen block. Display hyphen block. It convert from inline to block. Inline to block. So we have some more display grid. We have display inline block. We have. After some example, we'll write it. We'll implement now display inline. So create the next file display.html inline folder only. This will be the last example of inline. Display.html. Display.html. Display.html file we can create in inline CSS folder. Let's go inside HTML. Then we can follow all body tag, and we can write one h1 tag, CSS, display inline example. CSS display inline example. Now write the ULLI tag. You will open close. Follow the li inside. Home. About us. Contact us. Login. Register. Services. This menu. Product and so on. So add this all li. By default, it will print in the new line. Display inline. Now you will see all the li will print in the new line. All the li will go to the new line. If you run this page, something like this, we need to convert the behavior of tag from block to inline. So to do that, you will be writing first for every li style equal to display colon inline. Display inline everywhere we can add. You will find all the li will come in one line. All the li will print in one line. All are coming in one line. So now the behavior of element is changed from block to inline. But once it is coming in line, we have to give some space also. So for a space purpose, we have two options now. Inside the li you want space or out of the li you want space. Out of li you want, then property will help you call margin. Inside the li if you want space, then property we have called padding. You will apply the margin now everywhere. Oh, 15, not 150. 15 px. Then you will see some space will get applied. Some space will get applied. Surrounding 15, 15, 30 pixel, something look like this. Okay, if now all are printing in same line with some space, that is called display inline as well as margin property. Display inline as well as margin property. But you can see overall the CSS code you have written that look like very, you can say, duplicate code. Same code we have written again and again. Display inline, margin 15 pixel, we have written total 6-7 times. Okay, so this is the only problem of inline CSS. The code will convert into many times. Same code you have to write again and again and again and again. Okay, so code becomes a duplicate. To fix this problem, we should not write display inline 7-8 times, and we should not write margin 15 pixel again and again. So for that purpose, we have to follow the next method that is called internal CSS. There we can write display inline one time and margin 15 pixel one time. It will apply for all the li. You don't have to write this 7-8 times, display inline and margin 15 px. Okay, so that will happen through next property that is called internal CSS. Property value will be same, but it will reduce the duplicate part. It will not have again and again. Okay, so wrote it and then it look like this. We can also apply some CSS directly from the UL tag, saying like style equal to color of the text, red color, and font hyphen size 20 pixel. All the text will come in red color and font size will be 20 px. Here now. Color will be red, font size will be 20 px. Working. Now we will make this code little more better so that in less code similar output will come. So this becomes a more code and less output. We should write something where less code and more output. Okay, write once and use many times. You have written in this example one li, one time CSS, one more li, one more time CSS, one more li, one more time CSS. But everywhere you can see the property value remain same. So that become your code become duplicate. Okay, code become duplicate. So we have to do something where it should not be the duplicate. Code should not be same code again and again. Clear? So let's come to the copy the same code, everything, and paste in the next file. Same file, copy, paste in the next page, and this page should go under the internal CSS. Under internal CSS, example 1, example 1.html, before body tag, open the head and close the head. Open the head and close the head. Under the head, open the style and close the style. So this is nothing but CSS open and CSS close. Now inside that, for you will tag what CSS you have written, you can copy and paste there. And again, for li tag, you can apply one CSS. You can copy and paste from any one li. And you should remove all the CSS code from the HTML page. Okay, so CSS is one place and HTML is just plain HTML in the bottom. You will run it, you will find output remains same. From LI part, we have written remove the CSS code. Open close the browser. Now we have written this color, even color red. Just remove that. Okay. Coming. Use first method is breaker and another. The reason the inline cases, inline cases, then CSS code we wrote many times, and this is using the internal CSS. So in this code, how many times we have written? Only one time. We can see in the previous page, display inline is total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And in this page, display inline is only one time. Another property, margin 15 pixel is 7 times. Here margin 15 pixel is only one time. Now also this will give the same output. Same output. If you do the modification one place, it will apply everywhere. Background, sky blue, and padding 15 px. Okay, so background got applied. For UL tag, something like this. So this is called one to many. This CSS code we are written, this becomes a one to many. One time CSS code and HTML code many times. Please check once. Okay, go ahead next. We'll come to the developer guide and we'll make a note. In developer guide, we'll make a note. In the beginning, we have written total 4 type of CSS that is here. Inline, internal, external, and import. Okay, inline, internal, external, import. 4 type of CSS you have written. You can write in the case of inline, it is one-to-one system. One-to-one. What is that? Write CSS code one time and use in HTML only one time. Write the CSS code one time and use in HTML only one time. Next, after that, if you are writing one-to-one, because of one-to-one code, duplicate will happen. Because of one-to-one code duplicate will happen. Okay. If your code is duplicate, what problem will come? Code is duplicate. File weight will increase. Okay. If code is duplicate, file weight will increase. If your file is heavy, then loading will take long time. Loading will take long time. Next, after that, user experience may be bad. User experience may be bad. Then code changes will be complex. Then next one, Google will reject the page from search index. These all are the problem. Okay, देखिए slowly. Teaching work, no, teaching work is difficult work. We have to speak for long hours. समझे कि नहीं? तो बोलते बोलते सिस्टम क्रैश होने लगता है कभी कभी. Okay, so what we wrote? We wrote like following reason. It is 1-to-1. You write one time and use only one time. Now if you want similar feature again, right? Similar feature again you want, we have to write again. So what will happen? Code will become duplicate. If your code is duplicate in one file and same code you have written again and again, your file will become heavy. File will become heavy. If any file is heavy, then it will take long time to load. And if your page is late, taking very long time to load, then what will happen? User experience will be bad. And another thing, if you want to modify the code, then you have to modify same thing again and again. And another next possibility is when your page will come in Google search, when you want the Google to index your page, Google will say you are not following the rule regulation. Your page is very heavy and it will not index in the Google search. Now to overcome from all the problems in the top, we have this one. College internal CSS. Internal CSS is like it is one to many. It is one to many. One to many. It represent write the CSS code one time and use many times. Write CSS code one time and use in HTML many times. Write the CSS code in CSS one time and use in HTML many times. So we saw in that example one file, you have written the CSS one time and you are trying to use it multiple times. Where it is written, look at here. In this file, li, we have written how many times display inline, padding 15 pixel, one place. and it is getting applied for all the LI. In current page, how many LI will come? All the LI will get the same display inline and padding margin 15 px. So that becomes a CSS code one time and the HTML code many time. That is called as a one to many. Okay, one to many. Write the CSS code one time and use in HTML as many time. Okay, write the CSS code one time and use in HTML many times. Next, after this, we'll come to again developer guide and we can write here one to many. When you are writing one to many, this can be possible through 4 to 5 methods. So we can write here CSS has 5 methods, where we can write CSS as a one to many. As one to many. CSS has 5 methods. CSS has 5 methods where we can write the CSS as one to many. One to many. What are those? We can write CSS has 5 methods. We can write here next call. The first line. What are those 5 methods are? CSS you can write for a tag name. So CSS for tag name. For a specific tag you can write CSS, it will get applied. Second method we have CSS for tag group. CSS for tag group. Multiple tag we can keep together and we can write CSS. So that will become CSS for tag group. The third one will be CSS for parent tag and child tag. When we write the HTML code, some tag will become parent and some tag will become as a child. So you can write the CSS in such a way where it should apply the CSS for a particular child of a respective parent. How it will be? We have to create example. Fourth point you can write CSS for class. Fifth example, CSS for ID. CSS for class and CSS for ID. Hope ready? CSS for tag name, CSS for tag group, CSS for parent and child tag, then CSS for class. Then I will ask which method is the most important and which method where and all we use. So in that case, you can see whichever in the market people write the CSS, everyone follow this all 5 methods. Okay, Bootstrap is based on this all 4 method, not using the 5 method. Bootstrap library what we are going to study, that is designed based on this 4 method. Even we can also write our own CSS based on this not 4, 5 methods. Okay, but Bootstrap is based on this 4 method only. Now we will create individual example for one page. So for this one, for the first method, You will write next file example2.html. For this one, you will write example3.html. For this one, you can write example4. And for this one, you can write example5. And for last one, we'll keep as a example6.html. Okay, working. Now let's go create next file example2.html. In example2 file, you will follow something. Style open close. Body will also open and close. Now come inside, write a paragraph. Under the P tag, we can write a single line content. Anything is okay. ABCD, ABCD. Put 4 paragraph. Then write division also. You will write below some other tag. Section tag. Okay, so make ready like this. Your paragraph and div. So in current page, we have 4 paragraph, 4 division and 1 section. 4 paragraph, 4 division and 1 section tag we have. 4 paragraph, 4 division and 1 section tag we have. Come up now. We can run this file directly. All paragraph, everything will print in the new line. Now CSS first to write for P tag. First CSS you can write for the P tag. P tag where you will follow the height of the paragraph. Okay, height will not mention, will mention only width. Width let's keep as a 20%. 20% is a width. Margin 1%. So 1% left, 1% right, 2% will go. So width is 20 plus 2% margin, 22. Next, apply the padding, 1%. So 1% left, 1% right. 2% will go for padding, 2% will go for margin, 4%, and 20% is the width. 24%. If you write one more here, 21%, then 2% margin and 2% padding, 4% and 21% is a width. Background green color, white color, and since it has to come one after other, so float left. Okay, rotate, check now. So for paragraph, this will get applied, and total 4 paragraph will fit in one line. How it is happening in current page? How many p tag will come? All the p tag will get this property. Width 21%, margin 1% left, 1% right, padding 1% left, 1% right, and after that background text color is a white and float is a left. If you want to increase the height, you can add some height also here, 200 px. Then you see height will get applied. Okay, check now. Height will get applied now. It has apply only for the P tag because you have written the CSS only for P tag. We have not written for P tag as well as division tag. Okay, come down now. Write the CSS for div tag. It's a tag wise you are adding. You are adding as a tag wise. Right? You can see for paragraph, this all property will get applied, and for div tag, this all property will get applied. So same property we can copy paste. Change the background to blue color and everything same. Change to background to blue color and remaining all same. Something like this. So we wrote for paragraph got apply. We wrote for division got apply. We have not written anything for the section tags. It remain same. Then question is how we can write a CSS for a particular tag. So the tag name, then curly bracket open and close, and inside you can write the n number of property and value whichever we require. Coming down. What we have next called section tag. Section tag margin 1%, padding 2%, background orange color, text align center. Height somewhere 200 px. Check now. Background orange is not coming. For section tag we have written margin 1%, padding 2%, GROUND orange, text align center, height 200 px. Section tag we have section tag. Oh, it's went here. Where? On the top. Right? We have discussed one day there is a problem in the float left. So float left has an advantage what? Converting from block to inline. But there is a problem also. What is that? Now you see, where is the orange block? Orange block went inside. Correct? It's went inside here. Okay. So to that, to make it bring out, usually what is, when we write the float left, index of the element will increase. So for section tag, you have not written any kind of float left. So their index is low. And in the division, we have written float left. And in the paragraph also, we have written float left. So their index is high. Means assume like it is somewhere up and the section is down. Now what will happen? When the section will see the division is up and the paragraph is up, and section will feel like I'm down, section will go inside. Okay. So wait, what happened is section went inside the paragraph. Okay. Solution we have, whenever we write the float left property, we should follow that. Now you see, for paragraph you need float left, for division also you need float left, but for section tag float left is not required. So we can write here another division we required. In that we can write a style equal to, we will write internal only. For now I'm writing a style equal to clear colon both. Clear colon both. A style equal to clear colon both. Clear colon both is the property that will keep the higher index separate, higher index element separate, and it will keep the lower index element separate. It will not allow the lower index element to go inside the higher index. So your paragraph and division both are higher index, higher level index, because you are written float left, and for section tag you have not written any float left. So what will happen is it will go inside. Section tag becomes a lower index, and the paragraph become as a paragraph and division become a higher index element. So now in between you apply a border saying like section tag your index is low, you be outside, and division and paragraph your index is high, you be also outside, separate. You be in one side and you be in another side. Don't cross this line. That is called clear colon both. When we write it, how many was there? Okay, because you are written directly for which tag? Div tag. Another problem came now. Okay. Hold on. We have some other tag also. We have a side we have, or maybe anything we can write. Like maybe let me try with the font tag, or any maybe H1 also we can write. H1 open, H1 close. It's not going to be visible anywhere. So anything should be there as a separator. Content if we write, then only it will become as a visible. Content we have not written, only we given the property. Now you will see your orange will come outside. The orange block will come outside. Orange block will come outside. Getting separate. H1 is coming out, division is coming out now. Okay, so this float property have a problem. Because of that, this indexing will go here there. So in that case, to make it again proper, we have to write clear colon both. Clear both property will make higher index element separate and lower index element separate. But because of this problem, float left, people will not use float down. We have something else. Okay. Alternate of float left, we have some other property that is called display inline block. We have called display grid. Okay, so those both are from the CSS3. We are going to use that also. Now we saw like how we can write the CSS for one particular tag, how we can write for another tag, and how we can write the another tag. In between, when the problem came of overlapping, we use the property called clear colon both. Clear colon both, what is the functionality? If you want, we can write in developer guide also in the last somewhere. Okay, clear both, clear colon both, clear colon both. Clear colon both, it apply a non-visible border between lower and higher index element. Lower and higher index element. If you have something very on high level element, higher index element, and we have lower index element, now between both it apply a separator. That's called non-visible border. It apply non-visible border between higher index as well as lower index element. We should use it after float left. Use it after float left. Float left, comma, float right. Whenever we use the float left and right, and where we finish the functionality of float left and right, at that place we can write this property called clear colon both. But for this problem we have other solution also. When overlapping is happening, for that we have other solution as well. Okay, written clear both, what it do? It apply a non-visible separator between higher index as well as lower index element. When we should apply? After usage of the float left and float right. Whenever we write float left and float right, after that we can use this property called clear colon both. We can come next. In the example 2, you saw how you have written the CSS for a tag name. So we can copy one example and go to developer guide. So it is looking similar, something else. Similar. Copy this paragraph CSS, come to developer guide, and where we have written call inline CSS, internal CSS, we can paste under the internal CSS as an example. No, not in internal CSS, under this method. CSS for tag name. You can write here for example and paste that one setup code here. So whenever you want to see, okay, how you can write the CSS by tag name, then tag name will come here and property value will come here. Next, come to the next example, how we can write CSS for a tag group. So for that, we'll create next file, example 3. Example 3.html. Okay, we'll take the copy of example 2 file. Take the copy of example 2 file. You can take A to Z copy of example 2. Okay. Next, after this, in example 2 file, you can see for one tag, you have written the separate CSS for P tag. Example 3. For division also, we have written the separate CSS. Because here you are writing the CSS for individual tag. Here also you wrote the CSS for individual tag. Here we wrote the CSS for individual tag. Now, if you want to write the CSS for a tag group, how will write? P tag will come, division tag will come, and section tag will come. All will come separated by comma, and then we can write here CSS called font size 20 pixels and font hyphen style italic. Font size 20 pixel and font style italic. So this become a group of the tag. Multiple tag we kept together. So which property we write, it will apply for P tag also, div tag also, section tag also. For all three tags, the same property will get applied. Check now, page 3. See, for paragraph also italic, for division also italic, and for section tag also italic. So this becomes a group of the tag. How to make the group? Multiple tags separated by comma. I write the common property and value, so it will apply for all. Okay, if you want to write for a specific tag, then we have to write one tag name and then property value. So it will apply for only one tag. That is called CSS for a tag name. And this is you are writing CSS for a tag group. Multiple tags together separated by comma and apply the common property and hello. Right? Come next. Next property we have. So we can copy this point and we'll paste there as an example. P comma div comma section. P comma div comma section. So for all three tags, same property will get applied. Okay. Next, after that, we have CSS for parent and child. We'll create example 4.html. Example 4.html. So third is working or not working? Third is working. Come to fourth one. Head. Then call style. Body open close. Head style then body. Now let's write a division. Not division. Write a tag called nav. Under the nav, you follow the UL and follow the li. Previous to previous example, you have written the list of li that you can keep there. Somewhere you have written the list of li in the example one. Same thing you can copy and paste here. Same li you copy and paste here. Written. Now copy the same UL and paste after the NAV. Same UL tag, copy and paste after the NAV. Same UL tag we can copy and paste after the NAV. Now you see in this page, UL we have one place without NAV and one place we have UL with NAV. Okay. So then if you look, the NAV become the parent, UL become the child and LI become the last child. Here UL is the parent and LI is the child. Okay. Now we want to write the CSS for those UL that is under the NAV, not for all the UL. If you write only UL, then it will apply both the places. But we'll make parent as a NAV and then child as a UL. So it will not apply both the places. It will apply only one place. HTML is structured. HTML is ready. Now come to the CSS part. In CSS part, we will write UL space LI, UL space LI. So which LI? All the LI. But only those LI that is under the UL. So you can see the first LI is also under the UL and second LI is also under the UL. Apply both the places. We can go here and right call display inline and padding 20 px. You can see it will happen for both the UL, both the LI. It will happen for both the LI. Happen for both the LI, all the LI. In current page, how many LI you have? All the LI will convert into something like this. If you apply in the beginning NAV, then you see what will happen. Check now, all the places are only one place. It will apply for LI only, but those LI that should be under the UL. And UL must be under the NAV. So NAV become the parent, LI become UL become the child, and LI become the last child. Something like this. Now write again CSS for, okay, write here color as a blue color. Color white you can write because the background we are going to change of UL. Now you will write NAV space UL. Those UL that is under the NAV, their background should be blue color and padding should be again similar 20 px. Written. So it will apply the background blue for the one UL, not both the UL. Those UL that is under the enemy. This is one shortcut way to convince you. Okay. Entire story is pending. Okay. So a class can be a parent, a ID can be a parent, a tag can be a parent. Okay. So ID and class we have not written still. Just we wrote as a one tag can be parent, another tag can be a child. Okay. Similar way, one class can be parent, one child, one another class can be a child. Again, one ID can be parent and another ID can be a child. Or it can also be class can be a parent and the tag can be a child. Okay, so multiple ways are there. We will implement. Now you can copy this section and paste in your examples list. First block, first block. We should copy this section and paste in developer guide. CSS for parent child. Example. Okay. So this let it be till here today. Tomorrow we'll spend time on ID and class. Then we'll write the difference, where to write ID, where to write the class. And then again, multiple type of template will create. While creating the template, we'll come to know a class can be a parent, an ID can be a child, a tag can be a parent, and a class can be a child. Any combination. In one or two example, automatically understand. Automatically समझ में आ जाएगा आपको. ठीक है. So you let it be till here. Some 3-4 pages I have created. Today I think I went little fast. Okay, so this file I share you in the chat.